gonna do? What you 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 gonna do? Ooh. Will you fight or run? Preach peace or back a gun? Have a side.
Today on Voices Behind the Wall, we're interviewing Daniel Foster. Hey, Daniel.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. How you doing today?
I'm good.
All right, so we're talking about prison reform and the Shepherd 5R Foundation about prison reform and advocacy and education. So can you tell me how was your childhood growing up?
Childhood was it was great. Came from a single parent home. My mom raised 4 kids basically on her own. Got remarried back in my senior year in '96 in high school. But as far as childhood, I mean, it was great. She didn't give us everything we wanted. She gave us what we need.
Okay.
And as far as education and everything, she was there. Act up in school, she was there. Whoop you on site, come to the principal's office and, handle her business because she felt like if we in school, we cutting up, then she got to take time out of her work schedule and come and see about us at school. She was a very disciplined woman.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good. Do you think your father not being in the home affected you any?
No, I didn't because, the saying that, a woman can't raise a man. My mom did a hell of a good job. And, as far as raising me, my older brother, and my 2 sisters on her own and everything, I give her a praise daily.
Okay, good. Explain to me, how did you experience the criminal justice? What happened that you found yourself in the criminal justice? I'm not talking about your charges. I'm just saying, like, what happened that led you to prison?
Well, I was living in Little Rock, and one of my goals was to become, my own boss. And so by me moving back to West Memphis, I saw the things that need to be changed in West Memphis and everything. So I got into politics.
Okay.
And so within politics is it's a dangerous game because of the fact the people that whip the money and everything, they try to buy people out, and that what led me into prison. That a group of guys that run West Memphis, I would run for school board at a large position, and they offered me money to drop out the race. And I told them, no, you can't buy my integrity. So now they got to figure out who is Daniel Foster. So if you stand for something, you won't fall for, those little foolish things that they do and stuff like
right.
that. So I had my own business. They found out that I had my own business, so they couldn't get to me by buying me out. They got to one of my clients.
Okay.
And whatever the deal that they made with my client, I don't know to this day. But
it led you to prison.
It led me to prison. When I got out, one of the deputies at the courthouse told me that they said that they had to get rid of me because I'm an unfair candidate. Because when they offered me $30,000 to drop out of the school board race, I'm like, $30,000 drop out of the school board race? I mean, what's really going on? So he just said they had to get rid of you because when they offer guys money to drop out of race, you're not supposed to take it. So therefore, they said I was an unfair candidate, so they had to get rid of me.
Okay, so going back to prison time, did you go directly to prison or did you have to go to a local jail?
Well, since prison was so crowded during that time, I spent right at 3 months in the county jail.
Did that time count for your prison
Yes.
sentence? Okay.
They gave me a 3-year on the seat. I was new to all this, first time offender and everything. I didn't even know what that was, but they told me that I had to do 6 months. So that's 2 months on the year.
Okay.
So turn around, I did half my time in the county,
Okay.
and then they sent me off to Maverick. and then that's when I did the rest of my time.
So how long did you stay in Malvern?
Stayed about 3 months, right at 3 months.
Tell me about your experience in prison.
Short-lived. I mean, it felt like I was basically there for a long time. Basically, first day getting locked up. I mean, after court, I literally damn near passed out when they said guilty. And
So you said straight, once they sentenced you, you went directly to jail?
I went straight to jail.
Okay.
And, you know, that moment, you know, it's like everything just faded away. You know, like my life is gone, just ruined. So I turned around, you know, I got there, got to the jail cell and everything. First thing in my mind, devil started playing with my head. So I'm looking around and everything, and I'm like, man, I cannot believe this. I was thinking about taking my own life because I'm in a situation that I knew without a doubt of my mind and heart that I didn't do. I'm getting sent to prison for something that I did not do. So, you know, after that and everything, it was another guy there. He was, you know, talking to me and everything. He said, man, whatever you think about, bro, don't do it. It ain't gonna last forever.
But go back to the suicide thoughts, because we might have people out there that have those thoughts because they got sentenced to prison or because they sit in prison for a crime they didn't do. Tell me, how did that feel to you? Like, what was the thoughts? What did you have? And then tell me how it changed from suicidal thoughts and then you talking to the guy and then whatever happened.
Well, I mean, it's, you know, the devil plays with you in a lot of different ways. So, I mean, as far as playing with my head and everything and talking to that young man, James, you know, to this day, I have always remembered that no matter what your situation is, it's not going to last forever.
Right.
So, me knowing my background, knowing where I was at, what I stand on and everything, I knew I had a praying mother. So, therefore, that probably overwhelmed everything. And then just start praying every day and throughout the day and stuff like that. Trying to get on the phone with my attorney to, you know, man, what's going on? You gonna send these paper in to get this overruled and all this and all that. But it didn't work out. So
In your plan, it didn't work out.
in my plan, it didn't work out. But God plan it worked out.
Right.
You know, because God will take some mess and turn it into a message.
Right.
And take your test and turn it into a testimony.
Right.
And take a victim and turn it into a victory.
Right.
And so that's what I look at. You know, he set me down to see the bigger picture.
So he had to hide you for a minute.
Yeah.
So you talk about your mother being a praying mother and she was praying for you. How did your prison sentence affect your mother or whoever else that you have? Do you have children? You say you had siblings. How did it affect your family as a whole?
It affected everybody because everybody was, you know, overwhelmed. Wow, we cannot believe this and things like that. And then, you know, as far as people, you know, we as people, we get to judge people so fast without even knowing the true facts and the whole story. So, you know, my family, you know, we are a family. You know, we stick together. We stay together. We love together and everything. So, it hurted them, especially my baby boy. He, you know, going to school, he mad and stuff like that. And, you know, when he came to see me, I was like, look, man, it ain't gonna last forever. We're gonna get back together. You know, I love you, stay strong and stop cutting up in school and all this and all that. You know, with my sisters, you know, everybody came and visited me, showed me love, put money on the books and things like that, and kept me encouraged. You know, keep my mind, you know, focused, doing crossword puzzles and reading books and things like that. So, you know, the family showed their love, and, you know, my other boys and my daughter, they was, you know, they were truly affected because not seeing dad every weekend or every other weekend or whatever, they're not seeing dad for, you know, a couple months.
So how did that make you feel when you weren't able to see your children? Like you said, one of your sons were acting up in school. How did that make you feel that you weren't able to physically be there with him at that time?
It hurt. It hurts a lot, especially when somebody take time out of your life away from you from a situation that you didn't do. So, you know, I can't get 6 months back with my kids. I can't get 6 months back with my own life, with my mother, with my sisters and brother. So I mean, everybody was affected about it.
How do you explain the criminal justice system as you know it? How do you explain prison life or the experience that you had in prison, the criminal justice system, whatever you want to call it? How do you explain that feeling? How do you express that to somebody else? If I just say I didn't know anything about prison, how would you tell me your experience with when you went to prison?
It's not for everybody. It's not for the weak. You know, it's a horrible situation. I mean, me going into this situation as far as a heart patient, as far as being claustrophobic and things like that. I mean, it was scary. You know, when I got to prison and everything, they have you in intake. You being in a long, little, narrow little room, 5 by probably about 8-10 feet long, and the only thing you have is that toilet. You know, this hard little bench with a little thin little mat, and so I mean, it's nerve-wracking. You can't be around your family, your friends, your kids, loved ones, work. Now you got to work for the system. They don't care about you. You know, once you go behind them doors, you just a number.
Right. Okay, you said work for the system. Explain this to people that don't know anything about prison.
Well, I mean, when you go into prison, you turn around what they call the whole line or whatever, and you going to work. You got to wake up at about 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, and you going out there. Y'all walking so far away from the prison or whatever. You might have a hoe and chopping up a whirlwind of grass from the road to, you know, so far back, and you have to be this close together on each other and everything, and it's just it ain't for everybody.
Okay.
You know,
is how much you get paid for that?
I get paid nothing.
So you get paid $0 for going to prison.
$0.
But you get paid more money out of your time when you go to prison, which means your time is gone.
Yeah, your time is gone. It's something that you can't get back.
One. How did you feel the first night the door slammed when you went to prison?
What the hell? I mean, I felt disrespected. You know, I felt a lost child. It's just. I mean, is it
explainable?
No, it really ain't.
Okay.
It really ain't, and I wouldn't wish that on nobody. Especially, if somebody even did a crime or not. There's so many men right now, and probably women as well, inside that system, and they didn't do it. They probably didn't even do what they said they did, but we don't get hurt. Once you get behind the bars, you lost.
Just a number. You have an ADC number.
Just a number. You have an ADC number, and you're gonna always have that number.
Do you think people look at you as the Daniel that was behind bars, or the Daniel that has changed his life?
No, I don't, because a lot of people really know what happened, but some people would talk and all this and all that, but talk is cheap to me. Everybody gonna judge, so I don't look at it. I let that be in my past, and since then I just move forward.
So how have you changed your life since you got out of prison?
I mean, I do the same thing. That when I got released, I got released on my daughter's birthday, September 21st.
What year?
I can't even remember.
Okay.
So that's why I said I left all that
leave
there.
That in the back. Okay.
I just left it there. I turned around. My mom came and picked me up. Phone started ringing. Hey, I just heard that you out and everything. I need work done. I said, man, give me a week off to be with my family and everything and relax my mind. And I'd be back, since then, since I got out, I mean, I've probably been out about 4 years now. Going on 4. I've been busy every single day.
So your work never stopped.
My work never stopped. My work, and I tell people I work 8 days a week because of the fact I put more hours in a day than the average man. So work never stopped. You know, because if you do good work and you treat people right and everything, it's gonna come. You know, God have, you know, blessed me, you know, with a great talent. I broadcast it every single day and everything. But when people know your work and everything, they gonna deal with you. And there's 2 sides to every story.
Right. We're gonna get back to what you do for a living, but tell me, what would you tell somebody that's coming out of prison today? They're getting out of prison today. Whether they did the crime or not, what would you tell them?
Get focused. You know, if you're not focused, like right now, if you get the mentality like, man, I get back out here, man, I'm gonna start doing this side. I mean, the streets ain't for everybody. You know, me as being a man and an alpha male, that I would tell a person, just change your life. Just surround yourself with positive people. If you don't surround yourself with positive people, you're gonna always go left. Because positive people, they're gonna go right and they're gonna go up. They're not trying to go back down. So therefore, you have to set the bar up so you won't fall back into the same situation or fall back in a similar situation.
Okay. Now we'll go back to what you do for a living. So tell people how they can get in contact with you. What do you do for a living? And your phone number or email address or something like that.
I am a skilled carpenter by trade. You can find me on Facebook up under Daniel Foster. You can find me on Facebook up under Make It Happen Home Care Service. My phone number is area code 501-240-5020. You can find me on Facebook and Make It Happen. I mean, what is it? MySpace? So I mean, that's it. I basically work every day, and I wear my work attire every day because I'm out here. You know, I'm out here working, and you know, I do great work, and I take pride of my work, and I have fun on my job.
Good. One last question. What do you take from the experience from going to prison? Because what you do now, you was doing before you went to prison.
Yes, ma'am.
You still do it now. So what would you take from your experience in prison and coming home?
My experience from prison. I mean, you know, stay out the way. You know, like I said, politics got me in there. I still do work. I still do for my city and everything because I believe in my city. You know, I believe in West Memphis. I wanted to change. So I just basically stay out the politics way, and I just try to help, you know, with the kids and small business inside of West Memphis, and just help everybody just come up and eat.
Okay, well, thank you so much for interviewing me today, Dan. I appreciate it.
Anytime.
For a country, treating you like a dog, help them fight for freedom when they wouldn't give you yours.